Thank you for sticking around. I'm Angelicia Bruton,
and this is Bruton's Brew. Let's find out what's brewing today in the latest in international news. Polls have opened in Egypt for the country's presidential elections. According to officials, voters will be going to the polls across Egypt over It's a battle of the billionaires. Today, President Trump is attacking Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos in the media for allegedly destroying shopping malls as images spread of Syrian children gasping and convulsing. Aid groups and international leaders are denouncing the regime. Yes, Shay, more than 1,000 immigrants are marching through Mexico right towards the U.S.-Mexico border. Their goal to flee Central America and seek asylum, both within Mexico. French media reported 3 people have been killed and others taken hostage. Israel and Hamas are staging a march of return protests on Friday. Delta, Avianca, United, Lufthansa, Air Canada, LATAM, and Aero Mexico have all suspended operations in the country. A Chinese woman who went missing as a toddler has finally been reunited with her family 24 years later. Over 3,000 people arrived in Hama en route to Idlib Saturday after they were forced to leave Harasta in eastern Ghouta. Fabricio Alvarado has conceded defeat to Carlos Alvarado. Bill Gates sent a clear message to any potential candidates during his recent visit in Lagos.
Clashes have broken out as crowds gather and protests start along the Israel-Gaza border. China's Tiangong-1 space lab re-entered the Earth's atmosphere. A group of thieves have stolen $5 million in cash from a Brazilian airport. According to authorities, the criminals stormed into Viracopos Airport in Brazil Sunday evening. North Korea is being accused of sending equipment to Syria that could be used to make chemical weapons. The economy of Venezuela has collapsed and its people are starving. The government has left its citizens for dead, and in a fight for survival, Venezuelan pirates have taken matters into their own hands. Cape Town is still without water and taps will be shut off on June 4th. At least 6 people have died and hundreds were injured in an earthquake that shook Taiwan's east coast. The caravan of central migrants going through Mexico to the U.S. border isn't ending.
Authorities in Mexico say at least 18 people were injured in a ferry explosion in Playa del Carmen Wednesday. Hundreds of anti-North Korea protesters scuffled with riot police outside the Winter Olympics Stadium in South Korea. A senior U.S. State Department official says plans are underway to move the U.S. Embassy in Israel from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem in May. In Syria rebel-held territory, there was another day of intense bombardment despite passage of a United Nations resolution calling for a 30-day ceasefire. Activists say Syrian government forces launched blistering air and ground attacks against rebel forces.
The archaeologists are now inspecting all of the tombs they have in their possession. For Bruton's Brew, that's all we have for world news. Back to you all at the desk.